Anything that is being repressed or that needs to be healed will also be felt and reflected through the eyes. Moments when there is an overwhelming feeling of unconditional love. The feeling can be felt very intensely in one or more of the chakra centers, especially the heart chakra. The love can be absolutely explosive and expands into a feeling of oneness with their twin. And this feeling is often expanded to encompass a feeling of spiritual oneness with all things. The chemistry between the twins can be extremely powerful. There are moments of complete certainty that they are meant to be in each other's lives for a reason, no matter what, and that there is a higher purpose for their union with one another. All emotions, whether negative or positive, are amplified between twin flames. Feelings are often exaggerated compared to other relationships. When things are good, it feels incredibly good. But when things are not going so well, the feelings can be incredibly painful. There's more emotional and energetic intensity between twin flames because things are felt on a soul level. Since twin flames are often empathic with one another, it can become an overwhelming emotional roller coaster at times when they are absorbing each other's emotions alongside feeling the intensity of their own soul. Recurring numbers or repeated numbers sequences are common occurrences within twin flame connections. The number 1111 and other number synchronicities are also a common feature. There may be similarities and synchronistic patterns found within each of the twin flames: birth dates, anniversaries, addresses, phone numbers, anniversaries, and major life events. Both twin flames may have unusual dreams involving the other, and telepathy often occurs between the twins in their dream state. Many twin flames have shared or have reoccurring dreams of one another, often prior to actually meeting their twin. Major themes in the twin flame relationship or issues that must be worked on together or in the individual life of one of the twins is often featured in dreams and even in daydreams or visions. Separation is a common theme in the twin flame relationship. There is usually a swinging back and forth from reunion to separation. The separation either occurs because of distance or an inability to be together in the physical for one or more reasons. Often the separations can occur if there are turbulence within the relationship due to unresolved emotional baggage that one or both of the twins is carrying. The reunion takes place again when healing is ready to occur. There is an intense repelling and magnetic attraction that takes place between twins, a pushing and pulling which indicates that much healing work still needs to be done before a permanent reunion can occur. The twin flame relationship changes your life. Each twin is transformed in many ways throughout the connection. The twin flame relationship challenges each soul to grow and expand into their highest potential, to fulfill their mission and purpose on the planet and in each other's lives. This constant changing and expansion can occur quite frequently and rapidly within the twin flame relationship. Often it is so intense that one of the twins may run from the relationship, or there may be difficulty in being together for long periods of time. Twin flames are connected even at a distance. Telepathy and empathy are common between the twin flames. Each twin may pick up on the other's thoughts. They may find themselves often calling, texting, or emailing around the same time, and also finishing each other's sentences. Synchronicities and unusual parallels often occur within the lives and daily events of each of the twin flames. Now, the difference between a twin flame and a soulmate will be explained. Website is https://www.twinflamesoulmates.com/index.html. What is the difference between a soulmate and a twin flame? The term soulmate and twin soul are often used synonymously, and there is much confusion between the two. A soulmate and a twin flame, are two different concepts. Throughout a lifetime, one has many soulmates, but through eternity, one has only one twin soul or twin flame. The idea of the twin flame, soulmate, is often romantically idolized, but the dynamic of this sacred and spiritual union is based on unconditional love and oneness. Twin flame relationships can be more challenging than soulmate relationships because of the intense energies involved in preparation for the spiritual work they will do on earth. Soulmates. Throughout our lives, we will have many soulmates. A soulmate relationship can take many different forms, such as that of a good friend, a family member, a romantic partner, or even a co-worker. Brief encounters with strangers who inspire us or help us in some way can also be soulmates who we are meant to cross paths with. The reason for establishing the relationship and conditions surrounding the meeting is usually predetermined prior to birth. It is the law of karma that brings the soulmates together. These relationships exist in order to help us grow and learn important lessons by balancing the karmic ties that have binded you together through other lifetimes. We may incarnate at the same time as many of our karmic soulmates in multiple lifetimes until the karmic energies are balanced. Soulmates can impact our lives in many ways, and the relationship can sometimes end abruptly if the karma cannot be resolved or if new karmic ties are created. You may indeed meet them again in another lifetime to resolve any issues, sometimes even reversing the relationship roles. Through our interactions and relationships with others, we learn more about who we are. Karmic relationships give us the opportunity to grow. The twin flame, twin soul. Twin flames, also called twin souls, and twin rays, is one soul that was split into two souls. Twin flames are often referred to as being the other half of one's own soul. This does not imply that each twin is only half of a soul on earth, for each individual soul is already whole. What a twin flame does imply is that at one time the two individual souls were one. We each have only one twin. In the beginning, the one soul was split into two, and each went their separate ways. Each twin may continue to reincarnate into the physical realm over and over to gather human experience and to balance karma with the soulmates before being reunited with the other half of their oversoul in a lifetime. Eventually, twin flames will merge back into the one soul that they were before the split into the two souls. The early stages of this reunion usually happens in both of their last lifetimes on the planet, so they can complete the ascension process together. Each twin is a complete soul, not half a soul. It is their task to become more whole together, balancing their female and male sides, masculine and feminine energies, and ideally become enlightened before reuniting with their twin. Thus, reunion is of two complete and whole beings. All other relationships through all our lives could be said to be practice for the twin, the ultimate relationship. the twin flame connection of the ultimate alchemic message. Okay, so I have a little bit more I'd like to share with you about twin flames. Here are a few thoughts. How will you know you have met your twin flame? Here are some of the symptoms given by others who have had the experience. 1. Chances are you've met through a set of unusual circumstances, totally unplanned and unexpected. 2. There is an instantaneous feeling that you have known the other before. 3. You felt an immediate and deep connection for one another. 4. There is an electrifying feeling between the two of you that words cannot describe. 5. The relationship is immediate, as though no time had been lost since you were last together. 6. It feels as though you had never lived before the reunion occurred. 7. You feel a deep sense of unity that you've never known before. 8. It brings on feelings you never thought possible. 9. The two of you are inseparable. 10. When you look into each other's eyes, time and space have no meaning. 11. There are no barriers between the two of you. The relationship is a totally open one. 12. Your conversation seem to go on forever. 13. The two of you have a strong urge to serve humanity in a deep and meaningful way. 14. You give to the other and never think of receiving in return. Next, there is a special sacredness to your relationship that transcends anything you've ever experienced before. Next, you still have karma with your twin from previous lives, but the two of you resolve it all with the total forgiveness and unconditional love. Next, neither of you are dependent on the other for your sense of self. There is a real feeling of unlimitedness to your feelings. So, again, there is a real feeling of unlimitedness to your feelings. You have a strong sense of eternity. Next, your feelings for each other are very spiritual. Next, there are no restrictions within the relationship. All is freedom without the end of ownership or control. Next, the two of you know without doubt that you have been brought together for a reason. Next, you do not complete one another, nor do you pretend to be other than who you are. Next, in spite of your sameness, there is no doubt you feel a sense of completion to the other. Next, trust, patience, acceptance of each other's weaknesses happens automatically. Next, there is a great sense of purpose and meaning to the relationship. Your sexuality with one another is a sacred act that celebrates the unconditional love you have for one another. Next, when you look into the other's eyes, you see yourself. Next, you experience a sense of completeness that is without comparison. There is no doubt that some of the symptoms described above are also common to soulmate relationships. What really sets the twin soul union apart from all the rest is a profound degree of completeness experienced and the overwhelming sense of spirituality unique to them. Twins want to serve humanity in some meaningful way. There is also a very sacred sense of intimacy and feeling of divinely inspired wholeness that one finds within a twin soul, twin flame relationship. It is not by accident, nor is it without purpose. Okay, here's a little bit more. I'm going to continue because these are great papers here. What are twin flames? 8 signs you've met your match. I received this from my website, okay? Chances are that somewhere in your travels across the internet, you stumbled upon the term twin flame. It's also likely that you poo-pooed the concept, thinking twin flames are synonymous with soulmates, and you've heard it all before, so you just kept scrolling because the end of the internet awaits. The terms twin flame love and soulmate are often confused and used interchangeably. However, twin flame love goes beyond what we think of when we think of soulmates. What is a twin flame? A twin flame is an incredibly intense soul connection. A more apt description of a twin flame is a mere soul, or a person's other half. We caught up with the expert Todd Savas to help us unpack the mystery of twin flame relationships. According to Savas, a twin flame is your own soul, shared across what appears to be two physical beings. It's one soul split into two bodies. Digging a little deeper, Savas once wrote of twin flames. When a soul is created, it is split into two parts, mirrors of each other, constantly yearning to reconnect. Meet the expert. Todd Savas is a spiritual teacher, temporary mystic, and sage. His unique approach to spirituality merges age-old wisdom and modern-day savvy. The purpose of a twin flame. At its core, twin flame love is about spiritual growth, and its purpose is to awaken your soul. Savas notes, the purpose of discovering your twin flame is to speed up your growth, to release wounds, remove blockages, and lead you to true self-love. Moreover, these relationships can be incredibly challenging because they shine a light on your insecurities and your deepest fears for that spiritual growth to happen, and that can be difficult to face. Twin flame encounters present a mirror, the things you don't want to deal with, the doubts you have, the inadequacy you see in yourself will all come up through their presence, says Savas. He goes on to explain that while twin flame relationships are tumultuous, they should not be confused with toxic relationships. The twin flame isn't doing anything to make you feel that way. Your fears are just heightened and activated. What is mirroring, and what does it mean for your marriage? Twin flame relationships aren't always romantic in nature. The soul connection can just as easily be found between platonic friends, and mentee twin flames are uncommon. Savas wrote, the mind wants to make this a romantic story, but where everything works out easily. But twin flame relationships are difficult by design. In truth, this relationship is designed to test and develop your very understanding of yourself and your energy. Purpose. Okay, I just talked about that. Okay. Twin flame love versus other types of relationships. Savas tells us that twin flame relationships are different from others because they are uniquely unique. Since twin flame is actually your soul shared across two physical forms, it differs from other relationships because it's a type of connection and journey that cannot be shared with anyone else on earth. You only have one twin flame. While soulmates can be great romantic partners, that relationship doesn't elevate to the heights of a twin flame. Savas offers this eloquent description of twin flame versus a soulmate. Think of it as each soul having its own tune. Soulmates sing a tune that's closer to you than anyone else in the world. However, a twin flame is you, so your twin flame holds the same soul tune as you do. Signs you found your twin flame love. Every new relationship brings its own set of intense emotions, sleepless nights, butterflies and fireworks, clarity and level-headedness, and are not frequent descriptors. So how do you know when you've met your twin flame? Needless to say that when your head is in the clouds, everything is so much more confusing. To help you make heads or tails of it, here are 8 signs you've met your match. Instant recognition and intense attraction. When you meet your twin flame, there's an immediate sense of recognition and intense attraction. In an instant, your bond is solidified, and all the pieces of your life just seem to come together. Synchronicity. Twin flames often have a sense of synchronicity. As the relationship unfolds, twin flames will find that they have a shared moral compass and matching interests. Moreover, twin flames often uncover plenty of coincidences and similar past experiences. Intense emotions. When you meet your twin flame, you will find that your emotions are amplified. Everything you feel, both good and bad, will feel notably stronger and even overwhelming. Amplified insecurities and doubts. Just as your emotions are amplified, so are your insecurities, your fears, and your doubts. Remember that your twin flame is your mirror, and their purpose is to show you the things that are holding you back, like your fears and insecurities, so that you can work through them, grow, and come out stronger on the other side. Feeling drawn to the other person. Twin flame relationships are magnetic. From the moment you meet, you feel inexplicably drawn to the other person. This feeling never seems to wane either. It's a constant, overwhelming pull, and while the attraction can be sexual, it's more often just this desire to be in that person's presence. The relationship is turbulent. Twin flame relationships are not all sunshine and lollipops. More often than not, they're rocky and chaotic. The ugly part of your twin flame relationship is really just a result of the fact that you're being forced to confront and own the parts of you that you don't like, parts that you'd rather not see. When the curtain is pulled back, it can be unsettling at best. You're on again, off again. As a result of that turbulence, your relationship with your twin flame will likely be on again, off again. Coming face to face with your demons and battling with the powerful emotion can be overwhelming, to say the least, and when it feels like there's too much to handle, you or your twin flame may be inclined to throw in the towel. The thing to remember here is that it's never permanent. You and your twin flame will always find a way back to each other. Whether it's a week, a month, years, or decades, you will find a way back. You're inspired to be a better person. The purpose of a twin flame relationship is to awaken you to your untapped potential and ignite a fire deep inside of you. This relationship pushes you to do and be better, and at the end of the day, it opens up a world of possibilities you never even dreamed of. This journey demands spiritual growth, says Savas. Without growth, it's impossible to get past your fears and whatever else is holding you back. Twin flame love is incredibly powerful, and it serves a distinct purpose. It elevates you to a better version of yourself. Okay, just real quick, we're almost done here. So, the question, does everyone have a twin flame, soulmate, or just relationships? The website that I took this from is https://www.quora.com. Okay, these are different people that they make comments about twin flames and if everyone has one. Okay. Catherine Pierce, she said, does everyone have a twin flame? No, I don't believe that everyone has a twin flame. Twin flames have always felt incomplete in some way, but I know not everyone feels incomplete. For example, I always felt the idea of marrying someone as wrong because I know my other half is out there. But other people can marry someone effortlessly because they are already whole. Twin flame is a special phenomenon. And no, everyone's soul does not have a twin flame. For example, my strengths are my twin flame's weaknesses, and vice versa. It's like we are only complete together, not apart. I always knew I was a twin flame and felt his energy my whole life. They have always felt different to other people and love in a different way. It sounds fanciful, but it's true. Okay, this one is by Albo. No, in fact, they are extremely rare. And don't try to search for your twin flame. Most twin flames didn't even know they were one until they searched and discovered it online or in books, due to the incredible signs, synchronicities, rare and special connections to this other person. It is definitely a journey, one like you will never have with another human being. And if you are one, it's someone you are energetically connected to 24/7, even in separation. Here is John David, Reverend, writer of mystical experience. He's a teacher. So this is what he says. Originally answered, does everyone find their twin flame? The twin flame situation comes through your original soul light being split into two, and then the two halves incarnate as separate people that are spiritually one and the same, your other half. In order for the soul to be split in two, the soul has to display sufficient spiritual growth, development in the first place. In other words, you have to be spiritually evolved enough before the divine will allow this process to be entered into. Obviously, the process in itself will evolve both halves and bring them together in union. But each soul light has to show readiness before the twin flame journey towards union even becomes possible. So the simple answer is no. Not everyone finds their twin flame because not everyone has a twin flame. Once the twin flame journey is entered into, however, twin flames always come back together. It's impossible for them not to, but it's a big but. Union does not always happen in this lifetime, or indeed on this level, physical dimension. So that's another no. Twin flames won't necessarily come together in their current mortal lifetime, even though they will be sharing the same earth plane at the same time. The twin flame in question might be destined to achieve union in the next lifetime or the next. It can take a while, and again, it has to do with correct spiritual growth on both sides. So, to recap, the good news is yes, twin flames always come together, but it can take a little time. And the bad news is no, not everyone finds their twin flame, because in most cases a twin flame doesn't exist. This isn't as depressing as it might sound. Everyone has a soulmate. There will be quite a few soulmates sharing the earth plane or the same time, and the chances are that soulmates will find each other, and this is wonderful. It's a wonderful union in itself. The two soulmates will grow exponentially together and have a wonderful and happy life. The soulmate journey is far smoother. True, the twin flame union will burn brighter than any other union to one another and in the world arena. But the journey towards a twin flame balancing once they come together in the earth plane is a little bumpy, to put it mildly. And once they come together in spiritual union, they cannot separate. That's basically the deal. Hope this helps. Feel free to message me, he says. Okay, soulmates. Does everyone have one? Some people end up with one and only one soulmate their entire lifetime. Some will experience many throughout their lifetime. Some last for a while, maybe a few months or years or even many years. So yes, you can have several soulmates throughout your lifetime, or maybe just one. Some people have soulmates and not a twin flame. That is their mission in life, to just have soulmates. Does everyone have either a soulmate or a twin flame? Some people do not have either of them. They have others instead. No soulmates or a twin flame. So, the answer to this question is a resounding no. Some people do not have either. Some people are perfectly happy without having a relationship with anyone in particular. They are happy with many possibilities. They go through life going from one person to another without any ties whatsoever, and they are happy that way. They do not want to be tied down to family and to children, so they have relationships instead, or maybe not even that. They just have friends and they go out with, and that's perfectly fine with them. They are not the hopeless romantics. They are just fine to live their lives alone and just go out and spend time with someone and then go home without someone. So as you can see, there are some people in these situations for them, and for them they are happy being this way. They're complete in and out of themselves. They do not require anyone else tied to them to make them happy. So, I hope this helped to answer many questions about soulmates and twin flames. Mostly about twin flames. This is a long video. However, I hope that it helped you and that you appreciate it. The rest of the videos that I will be making will have words that have come to me that were inspired by my twin flames. And as it says in these writings that there's only one twin flame, that is true unless there is an exception to the rule. And Prime Creator puts you together with two twin flames, as in my case. Yes, I met two that are my twin flames, and I feel the same about both of them. There's this immense connection, magnetism between us. And one of them I met when we were children. I have a poem that's called Childhood Sweethearts. And then the other one, my other twin flame, we met in junior high. And I will share those writings later. So I love you guys. You mean a lot to me. And obviously I wanted to make this for you to help you understand twin flames and their mission. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.